Governor Babagana Umara Zulum of Borno State has sounded a stark warning over a resurgence of Boko Haram activities in the state. Benue is there, Kaduna State. You know, it's just been a serious situation back and forth. Well, I just want to get your thoughts on this before we continue further.
Well, I would say that these are areas that ordinarily the president of this country would have declared a state of emergency, because the essence of every government is to protect lives and also provide the welfare services of the people. And in this case, we see that the lives have been taken on a daily basis as a result of these insurgents. And so, to me, I think that these are the areas that if the president of this country was fair enough, would have declared a state of emergency, and not a river state where there is no form of external invasion or crisis, right? So, Zulum is not far from the truth. There are a lot of things happening in the northern part of this country, especially when it comes to the issue of security, right?
Yeah.
The issue of Boko Haram is there. The issue of the banditry and all of that are there. And so the federal government need to...
If the farmer and the
yes, yeah, there. This is where the federal government need to come in. There should be a collaborative effort between the federal government and the state government. To me, I will even suggest that a state of emergency should be declared in those areas. I'm not saying that they should remove a governor, right? A state of emergency should be declared in this area, and military should, take over those areas and ensure that this issue of banditry, farmers, herders clash, and the Boko Haram, be reduced. I told you the last time I came here that when the issue of insurgency exceed 2 days, exceed 1 week, that the hand of the monkey is there. In other words, the hand of top political office holders are involved because they know what they get in return. I'm not the one that promulgated such a theory. It was our former president that said it. But if you look at it, you will know that he is not far from the truth. These people perpetrating this act, these people involved in these dastardly acts are our brothers, right? They are our brothers. Zulum should know better. The governor of should know better. They are our brother. They live within us, among us. We know them well, right? So these things are, if they are not, to me I feel, if they are not political, or if they don't have maybe an agenda, these things can be nipped on the bud completely. They can be. Okay,
considering the fact that the issue of insecurity
has
lingered for this long period of time, what do you say about that then?
That is what I just said. I said the government first should be sincere. And I said if the issue of insecurity in an area exceed a week, exceed a day, that something is fundamentally wrong. There are people that never want this thing to stop because of what they stand to benefit. Do you know that the revelation that was made some couple of months ago about some of the people sponsoring this group, some foreign bodies, I don't know if you are aware, I don't want to mention it, those areas, how can those people survive and all of that? So, to me, I feel it will be difficult in a way until we are sincere to ourselves. Even the northern leaders who are crying today when Inye Jirika was there during the era of President Goodluck Jonathan. We know what happened. We know what happened. He went against those people and he was killing them because there was what? Sincerity. To an extent that even some of the northern elders were against it. That he is killing their brothers. He is killing their people. You understand? To an extent that they were campaigning against this man. To me, I see it as cosmetic approach of handling this issue. He should take decisive action. The president should take decisive action. Give a marching order in this regard. Deploy troops. Right? To me, I don't believe in this amnesty. You can't tell me that somebody will kill hundreds of people and at the end of the day you begin to preach for amnesty. Give who have amnesty. To me, I feel that these are things that even embolden them to commit it, because at the end of the day they know that after everything they will be preaching for amnesty. What about the soul that have lost along the line? So to me, I think it is time for the government of the day to take a drastic action. Declare a state of emergency in those areas. Send troops. Deploy all the necessary artilleries and arsenals to that place. Let something be done so that this issue of killings in the northern part will be a thing of the past. Look at Benue. This was what I was expecting from the president. Look at Benue. About 2 days ago, I saw on social media about 52 persons were killed. These are lives. Are these lives not important to us? You see, oil that is important to us. Oil that is important to us. Lives. And as a president that swore an oath to protect lives and property. See, if it were only me, if we have a system that is working, if we have a system that is working today, I know that I'm nobody in this country, but I would have proposed that the president should be impeached. Yes, because he swore an oath to protect lives and property. And look at it on a daily basis. There are killings going on within your domain, and you are not saying anything about it. The governor is not saying it. What is the governor doing there? What about the security boats? Who is managing the security boats? These are things that he should do rather than complaining. So that is my thing. But if he decide to be crying on national television and other fora, then he should continue. While the Boko Haram will be committing their menace against his people.
Honorable Honor, Comrade Honor, you'll see get the honorable.
No, I don't need it.
Let's take a look at this whole insecurity. You know, there's a chain that connects it. The issue of insecurity at a stance now. It's affecting food prices because most of this perishable commodities, perishable goods we consume are actually brought from the north. The yams, the vegetables, fresh tomatoes, peppers, onions, and what have you. Most of them are brought from there. It's a chain, like I said. It connects to the food prices, and food prices connect when there's less, when there's less supply than demand. We know that there's always an issue of wants. Yes, in economy, there's no equilibrium there, and that also affects the food prices and the issue of starvation, hunger and starvation happening, especially in the head and farmer clash happening right now, especially in the northern parts of the country, the north central, all of it, south, north and south, north south, and all of that. It is also similar. So it just connects, just like the petroleum prices that we have now. The price of petrol affects the price of goods that we consume. It affects your daily activity. So it comes to a point that there's always that chain that binds it, which affects the economy. Yes, lives are also lost, but the economy depreciates.
My own is that priority should be given to life also.
Yes, priority is, we're not going to rule that out, that lives are actually taken, because like I stated when we had the Delta States conversation, there is no amount of money that can be equated to the loss of life. When you talked about the compensation given to the family of the Kokun 4 that happened, there's no correlation there. When a life is taken, you say compensate. What would that bring back the life of the lost one? I just want to get your thoughts on how the effect, how it has affected the economy of the country.
Definitely to have a negative impact on the economy of the country. Like you rightly said, today a big basket of tomato is about 50-something thousand. I bought it during my program, and you look at pepper, about 4 seed currently now in the market is 200. You can even hardly see 200 naira, pepper from 500. So that aspect can never be jettisoned, right? We can't completely erase that aspect. It's likely is having an effect on the economy of this country, all right? But that can never be assuaged to life, like I rightly said. Like I rightly said. My focal point right now is that the aspect of life, the aspect of protecting life. How will somebody just be in his home and another person will come and begin to kill them? This kind of thing should be done in 12th centuries, not in 21st century now. So is there no way the military, the government can set up things like technological devise a technological approach in fighting this thing? They can do it. A drone, they can deploy a drone. Do you know that?
Yes.
Like when bunkering activity was going on in 2 kilometers far away from my community, that led to the destruction of the community. Sometimes you see a drone coming, right? A drone will be flying around the community. The drone will go to the area that you see them running and all of that. Military can deploy those things now. Are those people coming from heaven, or are they spirit that they can actually monitor? So the security agencies should begin to deploy a technological security strategy in combating this issue.
Okay.
Now the aspect of food, before now, there has always been food scarcity, like in this part of the country, because what we believe in is just the oil, and most of the food we consume, we got it from the north, right? Like the tomato I just mentioned, the onions, pepper, and some other things came from that place. And if there is an unrest in that area, how would the people go to the farm to do their normal farming job? So it's likely affecting us, most especially in this area. And so I will also encourage those of us who are here. I know my area is always affected by this perennial flood, and that has made people not to really, they are skeptical about spending much trying to put up some things, because they know that at the end of every year there will always be flood that will come and chop up and destroy, ravage their farm. So they are skeptical. They ensure that they plant a crop that within 6 months they will harvest it. So other areas areas like Ichi that are not prone to this perennial flooding, the Ogoni areas and the Ikwiri areas can venture into those things, agriculture, so that we can have enough, to consume here, even if there is unrest in that area. But we are praying that the issue of unrest should be so that there will be peace in this country. What I'm here for is to always preach peace and not violence. So that is it.
Thank you.